Welcome to the Drum Lounge Podcast.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Drum Lounge Podcast. I am your Flam 5 finessing host, Jeremie Foster.
And I'm your drumline playing, role playing, still dipping on your ass saying, Bryon Russell, man. Welcome back, man. We here and we are busy.
We are here, we're busy, man. It's a lot that was going on in the last couple of days, so we are about to get into all of it. But before we do, man, what you was on these past couple of days?
Whew! All right, this is gonna be one of the topics, but I gotta say it. This past weekend, I had a drumline competition. I think I mentioned the last episode that we had it coming up. Had a drumline competition for the South Florida Fair down here. And for you all that don't know, everybody has a fair somewhere up in their city. But down here, the drumline culture is so amazing. Even the South Florida Fair people have a competition, and that's wild. So we had a little drumline competition. We went out there with multiple schools, and the crowd bigger than the opening night of Friday, the movie. But we went out there and we did our thing, and we came home with the gold. So
Yeah, sir. Congrats, man. Congrats. Yeah, we definitely gonna get into the competition.
For sure, yeah. And other than that, man, I was real busy. Well, I really wasn't that busy. That was my whole focus, is making sure that my kids were tight and they were ready to be in front of somebody. And I got my teeth checked. I'm glad that's it. So now, got a little dentistry thing going on, and I'm good to go, man. So how was your weekend? How was your everything?
Right. Last couple of days. My weekend was great, man. Focusing on like trying to make the podcast better. So just thinking about just what we can do, and thought of one idea, which was the sight reading Sundays. So for y'all who listening, on Sundays we'll start putting out music on our Instagram page, and it's going to be just simple sight reading pieces. This is piggybacking off of Bryan's previous Lounge and Chop number 5, where we were running through or sight reading through an exercise, or his exercise, Lounge and Chop number 5. Piggybacking off of that, we're going to start the Sight Reading Sunday series. So every Sunday, we're going to have on our IG page, the Drum Lounge Pod. Follow us if you're not. We're going to have some music on there, and it's going to be, play along. So you'll hear a metronome, and then you'll actually hear the music, see the music, and you'll be able to play along. So stay tuned for that. And so much more, man. We got so much more in store. And we're just really trying to get this thing going in 2025 fully, man.
I really can't wait to see that, man. I know that's going to be phenomenal. Yeah. It's going to be people from around the world just sight reading little pieces that we put together.
Exactly.
And some people might be in their 30s that look at the music. Some people might think they're the best reader in the world. Now, that's not going to be anything difficult. We're not going to go in there and put
nothing crazy. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we will put things in there just to keep your reading going. If anything in this world matters when it comes down to music, it's the fact that you have to read. With music, with books, with anything, reading is fundamental. And we want to make sure that we keep you all engaged, whether you're in middle school, high school, in a collegiate line, or you're playing professionally. Making sure that you're still keeping up with your reading and not just doing the same old, like how we used to be when we first came to Cook. We learned odd times, all right.
Exactly. And
they're playing that and thinking having the form is best, but no, reading.
Nah, you gotta read, boy. You gotta get that.
For sure. I can't wait to see it, man.
Yeah, man. So definitely stay tuned for that, man. But before we go any further, you spoke on this the South Florida competition, man. Let's just go ahead and dive in there, because I looked at that competition in full, and I must say Faith Place Drumline and Lakes Drumline definitely had quite the back and forth when it comes to percussionism.
If anybody from Lakes is watching, regardless of what the score is, you all did a phenomenal job.
Absolutely.
Being the most prestigious school known in Florida, you all gave my kids a run for their money. What you didn't know is that my kids were shaking in their boots when they was up there. And there's a majority of them, because this year is the first time that they had a battle. So being their first time having a battle, and you're going up against the mostly known #1 school in South Florida. That could do something to you.
Exactly.
And luckily my kids pulled through and was able to take home the gold. So we did our thing, man.
Yeah, they did.
And also, I learned how to share my screen.
Yeah, my boy got screen sharing abilities.
Watch this thing. Hold on, y'all ready? Y'all ready? 3, 2, 1, and bye. Look at that thing.
Yes,
man.
sir.
This is a competition that we have that we had recently. This is from my phone. So you see the guy walking back and forth. On the right side are my students ready to go to war, and then on the side with the maroon and black, you see Palm Beach Lakes. We had a good little back and forth on stage because this was the battle to take home the gold. Whoever got the highest score won. Long story short, that seems to be a thing now. You seem to go do a competition because we also had 2 floor shows that were on the stage first, and then we had these 2 little rounds. So it seems to be a thing now that you do the floor show just to get to the last match.
Last battle, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have a battle. So I mean that seems to be a thing everywhere. Without further ado, I'm gonna see if I can do it like Jeremie and hit all the nice key points and then go on. So we're not watching this thing for a full 10 minutes, but you gonna see this thing though. You gonna see this thing. So starting off is Palm Beach Lakes. The guy made me pick a side, and when I picked the side, I was like, okay. And then I was back and forth, and he was like, okay, y'all gonna go over there. And I said, all right, bet, cool. So when we got back on stage, he was like, well, since I made y'all go over there, we'll just go ahead and make Lakes go first. Said, all right, bet. It all kind of played out perfectly. So this is Palm Beach Lakes, everybody. I don't even got to do no more talking. Y'all already know what the game is. Ooh, I got to take my headphones off.
Hey, it's going to be a little choppy, but yeah.
But you get the
bear
gist.
with us.
Come on.
Good. What's the name of that cake? TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah.
There's gonna be something about that later. Look at this right here. And my kids, well, no, they wasn't doing nothing there. Never mind. Look at Cuz over there, nodding his head with that mohawk.
Right.
You see how uniform everybody is?
Yeah.
Like the simplest movements of just going down and up. The basses in the back,
clean.
which is a buttload of them, are doing their thing. 4 quints. I couldn't even tell you how many tenor drums.
Wow, yeah.
Bow. Come on, man.
Yeah, they are pretty deep though. I ain't gonna lie.
And then they do that a few more times. So
Yeah.
So,
But see, that numbers don't matter when. I mean, this is a drumline competition. It's like, yeah, you got numbers, but where's the complexity here?
Mm-hmm. Right. So that's the thing. They sound good and then they do good. But now, where does the beats come? Now, with that being said, they started adding on to a few of the cadences they played. This is, as far as I know, this is a Palm Beach Lakes original. It's a cadence that Mr. Forrest Jones wrote. Shout out to him, by the way. He's been doing it for a long time. But it's a cadence he wrote called Shoes and Spats. And the only reason I know about it is because my students been telling me. How did they know before me? I don't know. But
shout out to Forrest Jones.
It's like, I think it's right here. Yeah, right here. How you get that thing off screen? There you go. It went off.
It sounds like early 2000 cooking.
Then they get a little funky. You see everybody doing their moves. Ooh, how am I doing that? Oh, I double tapped it.
Okay.
All right, and then they go on with that, and they play one more piece on there. It's called. Oh, that's the end of it. It's called Ramrod. I don't want to butcher and say who wrote it, but I know I know it was written by, I want to say Jim Casella. Don't quote me on that. Or Bill Bachman, one of them. But anyway, so this is Ramrod. And they put those cadences together to have their first round when it came down to what we were doing.
Okay.
Just good quality sound, basses.
Yeah.
You don't see anything too difficult when it comes down. I don't think I've seen but 2 flams in this whole thing.
Nah, ain't no way.
2, 3. Ugh, that's so hard, bro. Come on.
To have the uniform sticks in, yeah, that's always fire.
Then you see the boys. I don't know if y'all see, but I saw. Oh, I gotta pause it now. I don't know if y'all see, but I tried this new thing this year by putting a snare scoop on the bottom of my snares.
Oh, I didn't even peep that when I first watched.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
That's I don't know. I just want to try something new. Nobody down in Florida has done it, and everybody in Florida has the stigma of looking the same. So I wanted to give something a little different. When I tell you, I don't care what nobody says, that makes the biggest difference in the world. I have a video somewhere in my phone, and all you hear is snares, nothing else, because it cuts through everybody. But this is our first round cadence. We call it OKG, which is in remembrance to our former percussion instructor, Mr. Keith Gaskin III. This is something that he put in a warm-up, and it was just so good I decided to use it as his own cadence. And then we combine it with something else called 75. Moral of the story, it was a great back and forth. I'm gonna play a little bit of this and then go into 75, play their cadence, and then I'm going to mine. And then after that, that'll be it. We ain't gonna spend too long on the segment. The major part of this cadence is I try to throw singles down the entire line with the snares, quints, and the basses, like right now.
Like that's some real good tuning.
Yeah, that's probably the hardest thing to get clean. And then we go through that. Then we jump into our next cadence, which is I don't know where this random glare came from. And this is 75.
Oh yeah, that
You see that
ripple
run?
down the
Oh,
entire
yeah, boy.
section. Oh my god. Where everybody did 3 notes? What was that for? 3? Sheesh.
Bow.
Oh yeah, them tenors.
So that was our second round. Our first round, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going back and forth. They play. I don't know the name of this cadence. Oh, I don't know. I didn't mean to miss that much on my bad.
That sticking was fire.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I ain't gonna lie.
They look good. I'd never take that away from them.
Yeah, this fashion.
And they. Huh.
That's
One thing I want to say,
pure South
Forrest,
Florida.
Forrest, man, your snares sound amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what I'm missing, but
sound
your
like
snares
good-
sound like ray guns.
Good early 2000 Cookman snares, boy.
And this is just my battle segment. That And, you get a nice little ripple, so on and so forth. You got my cymbals back there, thinking that they statues. All right, so we'll skip this whole thing. This is a cadence called. You can watch the whole thing. Let me be quiet. They go to part, Jeremy. Come on, baby. Let's make it big.
Ooh.
I was like, please
That look
execute
is
it well.
crazy, boy.
And then we did a little build up going into the snare. I'll play snare solo and then the end of it, and then I'll be done. I promise. That's my segment. I'm taking all the time.
Meter is crazy.
I must skate it. And then this goes into my jazz combo cadence. We could watch this whole thing, but I ain't finna wait no more time. Ugh, you see that shimmy though.
Right.
All right. And this is how I wanted to end it to give a big hit, so I let the kids kind of have fun with the ending part.
Yeah, that approaching is always
I
tricky,
thought somebody
boy.
was gonna start throwing for A&T.
Yeah. That junk is always tricky, boy. It's lucky that y'all have civilized kids.
But yeah, thank God we do, right? Yeah, y'all. That is what happened with the South Florida Fair competition. Again, a great battle. It wasn't just us though. It was also Inlet Grove Community High School. Shout out to Mr. Rivers over there. They did a phenomenal job, and they just continue to get better and better and better. And also Pahokee High School. Now I don't normally see them, but they didn't sound bad at all actually. So they went out there. Shout out to them as the high school portion. Middle school wise, we had Yeager Middle School, which I saw a bunch of my former students there, and Roosevelt Middle School. And Roosevelt Middle School is under, if everybody knows, Chop Exterminators. Chop Exterminators is the one that's over that line, and they went out there and did a phenomenal job, and they took home the gold as well in their division. So congrats to everybody, man. We went out there and did our thing to the best of our ability, and we had a fun time. I'm glad I was there.
Definitely. shout out to Faith Place, man. Shout out to Lakes, and shout out to South Florida in general, man. Y'all are really keeping that drumline culture alive down there. Like, this is all high school drumlins. Like, there was not one college at this competition, but the fire behind the competition in itself was, the hype behind it was really high. So shout out to South Florida, man. Yeah, I know y'all just will forever have thousands of competitions for these high schools to participate in, and I think it's all amazing.
Thank you, man. Well, I'm saying thank you like I'm the one that goes to South Florida. Just know, man, this junk is a salary down here.
Yeah.
Full-time job.
Hey, man, speaking of competitions, it was another competition in Texas, and
ooh, we finna be on this for a hot minute.
Exactly. And I must say, man, I am repping for Atlanta. I'm always repping for Atlanta. You know, I'm from Bankhead Zone 1. But I must say, Nexus is running stuff, bro. So I don't even know what the Clash of the Drumline. That was the name of the competition.
Yeah.
That was in Texas. And there was a whole bunch of drumlines, invited. But the talk of the town amongst the competition was Nexus Drumline and then March and Thunder Drumline, which they're based in Texas. Are they based in Texas,
yeah.
MTD?
I want to say
based
Houston,
in Texas.
but don't quote me.
Nexus came up, and man, let me just share my screen, man. Before we even show them, shout out to Zell, who is the instructor at Nexus.
All of Atlanta.
Right. He's really keeping Morris Brown's music and the identity of Morris Brown alive. Like, they're the only drumline right now that's even playing the level of. See, most people don't know, but like the music that they playing is from Morris Brown. These are like original Morris Brown beats, like sprinkled with some Zell in there. Like he just took some NBC beats and like just totally Zell-ified it and created these like excellent features, bro. That junk is literally insane. I'm telling you, if Morris Brown was to be alive today, they would look exactly like this. I know that's gonna sound crazy. It's gonna sound like a stretch, but I guarantee you, as soon as them folks come back, they gonna look just like this drumline, bro. Watch.
I believe it. Speaking of Zell, look at this. Look who's on the
like, yeah, his daughter. He got his daughter out here, like, just with the perfect form, like, actually, absolutely stroking the drum. Like, y'all got to see this. It's the reason why I say they keeping Morris Brown's music alive, because they even start off with a Morris Brown cadence. Yeah, let's see. They about to
go out here and play, boy.
They about to start off with Series, man. This Series is that original Morris Brown marching cadence, man. Nobody plays that anymore. So shout out to Zell for keeping that junk alive. Good old Series, but they starting from like the second half of the cadence.
Yeah.
From the symbol transition.
Well, I don't know what it's like. Ooh, I see them deep breaths, boy. That baby's talking.
All right, boy.
I don't know if I was tripping on that, but you know what's crazy? When they got together, it just got together.
Yeah, it eventually, and it's crazy because it just naturally got back together, like.
So I thought I was just tripping,
and I'm sure the judges took points off of that for sure. But they made the little Nexus formation that was hard.
Nasty when you have a whole band on a field for drumline.
Right. That's really what surprised me. Their numbers. I'm like, they had 13 snares out there.
Yeah. And they all playing. Now they Miss Rachel bouncing around.
So yeah, that was that. Let me see. What was another standout part, man? Let me see what they got going on here.
Manipulate. It's X, yeah. I was just about to say X.
Oh yeah. Keeping him up, Morris Brown, keeping him alive.
Yeah.
That. Like, first of all, I didn't even know it was white people on the drum, like white kids on the drum line. And so,
and the fact that yapping is crazy.
And I just saw like a white girl and it's like a white dude in the drum line too. I'm like, yo, y'all are going crazy.
Bow, yeah. Visuals and everything, boy.
Everything. Drums tuned great. Tempo off.
My biggest thing about the tuning, man. I mean, you got 13, so you can tune it however you want to. But the higher you tune it, the harder it is to play, to keep clean. And I think, okay, so let's just get this out of the way. I think Nexus, please don't shoot me if I'm wrong. Nexus got best floor show, best snares, best quints, and best basses. I think.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know what Marching Thunder got, but I know Marching Thunder took home the Grand Champion Award, and there's the controversy. It was a big issue with that, but I think their biggest, I mean, they got best snares, but I think their biggest hiccup was how many. Actually, I really don't know. I couldn't find too many things wrong. It might have been a few hiccups clean wise, but they got best snares, so I really don't know what the hiccups could have been. It's not a perfect show, but that show wasn't bad.
I definitely don't understand it, and we can go to MTD as well. They had a pretty decent show, but I just feel like they didn't have as many formations. I mean, it's like, what else can you compare? I mean, they had beats. MTD had beats. MTD, they had an ensemble sound. MTD was looking uniform as well. Like, they even had little kids out there, like, chopping. But I'm like...
Yeah, this show did. What grade is Cuz in? He got to be I'm just going to take a shot in the dark. Is he in 4th grade? If he's in 4th grade, got to be
at least 10 at most.
Let me know in the comments below how old Cuz is. Look at him.
Like these kids here are like
I'm
extra.
Talking about, like he's still wearing pull-ups. One thing I will say about Marching Thunder, I'll never let anybody take it away. They snares are so nasty. I'm talking about them snares are dastardly. Looking at the material that they play and they keep up with. Not even talking about the little kindergartner that's over there. But no offense, because I don't know what the grade is. But just looking at what they're all playing and they're keeping up with that is crazy. I'm scared to be on one-on-one with one of them. Because I don't know what they're going to throw at me.
Yeah, they got them beats, but they got them hands for sure. Easy. That FAMU influence again. You just see Nexus chopping in the back.
Exactly. Everybody else, they have a Nexus drum pad too. I want to know if anybody from Nexus is watching this. Let me know how y'all did. Cause y'all got Nexus drum pad, Nexus backpacks, Nexus. Y'all had Nexus stick tape like at the bottom of that thing.
I bet that got something to do with Cam. On too. Cam is Zell's wife, and yeah, I'm sure she probably like got all. Well, I got an email from my boss. Let me see what he's talking about. I bet Thursday. Cool. Shout out to PayPal. But now, Zell's wife, like she handles all the logistics of everything for Nexus, and so ain't no telling what she done got going on for all the swag that they use.
If you looking for some business, because I would love to have some face place D5V stick tape coming at the bottom. Right. That'd be pretty nasty. And the drum pads too. I wish I could find a photo. They would use Nexus drum pads.
Bruh, and I saw they sticks. Like they had sticks too. That was crazy.
They got the sound though. They got the sound.
It's there.
I never understood that. Like, what? I wonder what the purpose of that.
Yeah.
Like, you tell me about the giving attention.
Get Texas cut off. I mean, tap off. Sound is there. Intensity is there. Everybody looks confident.
Come on.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
But they're doing formations though. That's
Bro.
something that's outside of their box too.
They are doing formations.
That's got to be the meanest snare player in life.
Bro, what? We're about to shoot every judge in his face.
Snares, man.
One thing about Texas snares, man, whether high school or college, they gonna stick their tail off. Like, sticking is never an issue for them. Ever. Exactly.
Them boys did. They said, I don't know how you did it.
How you do that in the
kept
space of a
playing.
30-second note? Like, the way they placing these accents,
Yeah.
it's like, come
That
on.
boy said, and that boy said, what? Come on.
Yeah, they going stupid. Like, it was one point that I don't even know where it was specifically, but it was one point they was just time signature hopping. Like, they went from like a 5/4 measure to like a 7/8 to like a 7. It was insane. They feature was crazy. I'm not gonna flex.
Yeah.
They was crazy.
At first glance, I 1000% give it a name. Everybody else is great too. I saw Skyline
yeah.
High School over there. I saw JFK.
JFK, I saw JFK.
I'm gonna miss some schools because that's
Yeah.
a whole other region I don't know much about. But I saw a few majority of schools that's known about. But at first glance, if I watch all of their shows once, Nexus hands down.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Nexus hands down.
Yeah.
Now, rewatching the show, rewatching the show. My only issue is I think Nexus got the best floor show, like beating everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know what the judging scale was.
Exactly.
But if for grand champions, if Marching Thunder got it because their snares carried them, then I'd agree. Because their snares carried, everybody was playing for sure.
Yeah.
But Marching Thunder snares carried the whole
show.
group. Yeah, carried the whole group. Everybody else was playing nice visuals or whatever, good little bass tenor solos, but I don't even want to play this. I don't want to look trash compared to what they play.
Yeah.
So, but Nexus to me, all of their group carried their group. Their snares weren't too heavy. Their basses weren't too heavy unless they wanted to be. Their quints weren't too heavy. Their cymbals weren't too heavy. Their tenors, I don't even think I remember their tenors, to be honest with you. But I mean, I don't know. That's Nexus.
Oh boy, nah, they tenders were smacking, boy.
So yeah, man, I see why the controversy is big. I see why it's a big thing, but that's a great thing. It's great to have that controversy. This is completely off topic, but I wanted to point out. I was supposed to be down there at that clash of drumlines. I'm talking about we were getting signed up and everything. Face place drumline. But because we had the competition down here the same day, and it's not now. It became an issue with get paid or pay. Right. So that was a whole thing. And two, it was real soon once I figured out about it. So it became an issue. But I do plan on going to High Noon. So
okay.
Marching Thunder, if you're there, I would love to have a great conversation with you and your line and that little kid too. My kids would love to have a conversation. Yeah. Cause man, open challenge, open beat, whatever you want to call it. I would love to meet you all because you all are prestigious.
Hey man, and Texas schools,
different breed.
Don't
but anyway, back to the thing.
Boy.
back to the thing. I understand why it's a big controversy, but I mean, I don't know how it was judged or why it was judged to where somebody else got grand champion when somebody got 3 different things. And just because you get 3 different things, and I'm an advocate for it.
Yeah,
if you get best snares, Miramar did this. Miramar High School, they got best basses, best quints, best cymbals, best tenors, and I think best snares went to Dillard. But Dillard didn't even place in the final 2. So so it was kind of like what in the world. So the best section thing doesn't matter. Just because you got one really good section, don't mean that carries you somewhere else.
Right, yeah.
But that show wasn't bad though.
That show wasn't bad, man.
That's where I'm coming from. I'm talking about that thing better be a point difference of a decimal.
It got to be. And I feel like if anything, maybe MTD should have got best snares. And then,
but it gave it to him. I don't know about that either, though.
Oh, not Southwest Cap, but Nexus get everything else, and then Nexus gets the grand champions as well.
As far as the floor show, maybe, but you know they did the little separate battles.
Yeah, the separate battles as well.
So that might have been what it was. And, oh my gosh!
Which that I don't know if you could.
Too. There's a clip battle where you can just show Nexus and Marching Thunder.
Yeah,
like that. That's worth to talk about. One thing I will say though. Marching Thunder came out there with their whole snare line, and Nexus came out there with less than half of their snare line. So that could be a thing to talk about. If everybody wasn't up to par, everybody wasn't up to par, why did they all show up? Maybe it was like a kid thing, let's bring them out here because they've been working hard.
Yeah,
parents want them to go. But I mean, that's a good talking topic. I would have been mad too. What you mean you let them come out here with 5 and get best snare? I could have sent my kid out there and got best snare if that's the case.
Exactly. If we only doing certain, but nah. Yeah. I mean, they probably did that because of numbers. Because the other drumline had about 5, so I'm gonna just send my 5.
See, I'm not gonna say that because last year there was a group. I don't remember the name of the group, but that group. There's a drumline battle. But they ate that too though. But there was a group last year that had like 11 snares, and them boys was playing. Them boys was playing.
I'm sharing. Oh, here we go. Yeah, screw the tenors.
Oh, y'all remember? I can do the yay.
Bro, I finally looked at that song, bro. That song is absolutely wild.
Usually that just turned though.
Yeah, it's turned, but that video is freaking crazy.
Yeah. You can skip all the way to... You finna see all the other snare lines.
Yeah.
I mean, they great though. Don't get me wrong now. Talking. Talking.
Bro, what?
First off, that rip shot is nasty.
Yeah, man.
That was a little muddy. That had its money on it.
Yeah, a little bit.
I remember seeing that thing from
hands
Johnson
are there.
Smith. I just want you to see. I'm go to the last. Well, no. We watched them all once because I don't want to take away from it. Fuck, you did it.
Did it? That's not MTV. Okay, famous. Okay.
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Never mind. Cool.
All right, quick and easy. And then here go the
here's
boys.
MTV. Okay, got you. Yeah, get swung solo. Okay.
So I maybe because of the drum tuning, but I thought I heard a little bit of mud in there.
Yeah,
you got okay. So now that's Skyline over there. Autumn. You got to go to the last two. There. No.
Do.
Keep going.
Oh,
the last round. There you go. That last round is what mattered. That thing was so nasty.
You see what they got?
I'm talking about this. This was so nasty, boy.
In the beats are out, boy.
Look at this. Them boys is just, come on.
Yeah, that's going crazy. The confidence behind the beats, bro. That's what matters, man.
Yes. Like,
That
all
just matters.
five of them are playing.
Like, but we got to go back. They was just,
Yeah, but all five of them are
it's the enunciator after the beats. Like,
Oh, yeah.
everybody like,
but you hear that?
sheesh.
You hear that?
To the next solo? Yeah, nah, that was just hard. Wait.
That boy said, good God.
Wait, hold up now. They just killed that. No, I'm sorry, y'all boys. I got it.
Okay, I ain't tripping. Come on.
Sheesh. Like, everybody, the pose.
Spanking, boy.
That's so funny, man.
Spanking. No, that licky blink. Oh, I was right.
Yeah. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, that was right. Oh,
Yeah.
so it was like a. Okay, he was round.
This is the last two, so
Yeah. Gotcha.
It was Nexus and Marching Thunder.
Yeah. That kid is going crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Enemies are like non-existent with these boys.
Yeah. I mean, that's,
But I think that's just
across
them.
the board.
Them boys don't practice enemies ever.
What are those?
Look at that. Even that is.
Texas.
And that kid over there is playing everything they playing.
Yeah, he's playing. Nothing is watered down. Yeah, he's
Man, look.
Shout out
this
that
is
kid,
what
man.
ultimately, I think, I don't know how the judging scale was, but I just have a feeling that it was based off of, it was either you're clean or, it's two categories when it comes down to judging, clean and beats. You just have to find the median. What I think Marching Thunder did was, I think that they made sure that they perfected who they was and went out there with that. We know we can. My bad, y'all. I was getting a call. I don't want you to think I'm trash. I was getting a call.
Excuses, dip.
That's stupid ass boy. But yeah, so they are perfecting what they are and what they do, while Nexus was pushing the envelope of what they know and say, okay, we could do. Let's do. And just add on to it. So, what do you judge based off of? Do you judge based off of, okay, they were the safer group? Or do you judge based off of they were the cleaner group, the better material? Sometimes you can have way better material, but it's a little dirty. Sometimes your material can be easier, but it's cleaner. Now you got two medians that you got to mix. So, that's why I'll never be a judge, boy. Being a judge is hard. Congrats to you, Jim.
Yeah. That's when you got to start really like looking at other things that like will make a drumline stand out, like intensity, uniformity. Like, okay, both of these drumlines clearly had some pretty good material. They both had pretty good formations, even though Nexus had a better execution of their formations given their numbers. Like, they had humongous numbers, yet was able to do much more, so many things with their drumline. And so I think that was cool. So that probably gave them a little more points. But just timing, like the ability for a drumline to stay in time, like that's usually a big thing where drumlines get a lot of points deducted from them. So but on both sides, that was people was getting out of whack in time. Like, and of course with Nexus. But I mean, either way, man, I think both schools, all schools really did pretty good. But MTD and Nexus did amazing. But boy, to be from Atlanta, man, shout out to my Atlanta drummers, man. Shout out to that Atlanta community, man. We will always breed the best drummers in this country, man. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah, that's what the shirt said. Different breed.
Different breed, man. I'm telling you, we're a different breed.
No
different
Delta
breed,
Beta.
man. So shout out to shout out to Zell at Nexus drumline and everybody, man. Y'all keep up the good work.
For sure, man. I can't wait to see you, Zell, at Honor Your Name. Honor Your Name, everybody, March 22nd.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be a judge there. So
for sure. It'll be a judge there. I'm gonna be there. You might see some podcast things.
Might see some content. Yeah. You never know, man. So y'all tune in.
Make it happen. But Zell, get in contact with me. Hit me up. I can't wait for it to happen. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Because I just think that you're the percussion instructor over all of Atlanta.
Right.
You can have it. Go ahead.
All I'm gonna say is, man, when Morris Brown come back, that's all I'm gonna say.
Hey,
when Morris Brown come back.
I'm from Georgia too. I can't say shout out to Atlanta, but Georgia, yeah.
Hey man, that boy might be looking over Morris Brown drumline when they come back, and they are coming back soon. Like you heard it here first. But now, before we go any further, I got this this video, bro, and it's titled "Behind Every Great HBCU Band, There's a Crash Out Director," and you gotta see this. This joke is actually hilarious. Let me make sure I got.
This is like Alabama State's.
Get in line and shut up. Let's go.
The Alcor. No way.
Got to get a solid beat because you have to see Mr. P.
They got Dr. Wells on here.
He told you got to see Mr. P. So this must have been
the Star Spangled Banner.
Star Spangled Banner formation.
When that man did, man, you know how he conduct the first note of the Star Spangled? He'd be like, "All right, everybody ready? Go." Like,
I'm like,
what? You see him and that's everybody. Mr. P is the arranger for the Marching Wildcats,
right?
And he conducts the Star Spangled Banner. So everybody knows when you in the band. Okay, you do horns up. All right, bet. Everybody good. Ready, and then you go right. When I tell you this man, that does not exist with him. He says, "All right, everybody ready?" Bye, just throws it at you and hopes you hit the note. And you can't explain it to him that you're not ready. So this is not the band, this is percussion. So he doesn't give everybody a breath. You know how you're supposed to normally give a breath and go? We don't need a breath. All we got to do is just drop it. But it's hard, bro.
Like we need at least that time before, that eighth note before to come in on time. But
yeah, just at least say and go or something like that. Cause
exactly.
Like, wow, it just hit it.
As soon as you're a hair off, this what we get.
You have to see Mr. P.
You have to see Mr. P. I almost want to say this was like 2016, but no.
It looked like it too, because
the quality, right?
Yeah. No, but it's got to be after 17. Because look what Dr. Woods was wearing, that black band kit, that first one that I wanted.
Now, who was it?
That was something. Hey, put that goddamn camera down.
All right, my bad.
Was that something? What?
Play it again. That's enough.
Damn to the rip. You got that?
That was Southern. Bro, who is he talking to?
That nigga was just so pissed.
Who is he talking to?
The way he stormed off, though, that's the question.
Cuz said.
Like, strong backhand, boy, first of all.
Who is he talking to? Bro, who out of a 200-man band, who are you randomly yelling at?
Bro, imagine being the nigga who he talking to, though.
Look at
Seeing him storm to him. You're like, hey, get.
Oh, I bet that smoke session was crazy when they got back to the band room.
Bro.
I'm talking everybody put your horns up.
Why he sound like every uncle when somebody kid doing something bad.
Notes you know how to play.
Okay, yeah.
Wow. I've never seen that, but that joke is hilarious. The fact that Dr. Wells is on there is just perfect. Oh,
Bruh.
I want to... No, I ain't going to show the video. I got to keep that.
He's like number 2 at that.
You remember the video with Wells where he was like, who the... Mr. Note?
Oh, yeah. He was just straight crashing out.
Just going in. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, bro, I got so many experiences just like witnessing Mr. Wells just crash out over the band, bro.
Mm-hmm. People was afraid that this baton would rip off and injure somebody.
But the worst when he would be like on the practice tower, on the band tower on the field. Yeah. And like he's like watching us while we on the field and he yell at you from the tower. Bro, I got at least one of those, bruh.
Get back in line. We up there like I'm talking about in the band show. Who are you talking to?
Like, who he talking to? And then don't let you not fix it.
Yeah,
That boy
don't
gonna
look
walk
back, nigga.
down the tower, walk to you, and then cut you out for like 10 minings.
And but don't look back neither, because the chair is behind you, so he talked to you. You can't be like,
Yeah.
that job is not gonna work. Also too, man. Somebody commented on the last video. I don't think that video was up when we did it, but I was talking about Albany State and Fort Valley. I don't know if you can pull it up, but Albany State and Fort Valley. I was talking about how they never had a battle. They did have a battle that day, and that was a good little exchange too. Again, I always talk about how Albany State is like just like every other line now, so it's kind of underwhelming. But they had a good exchange. There wasn't too many dirty beats. It wasn't no bad beats or nothing like that. Fort Valley did their thing, of course. Honestly, through that battle, I really couldn't pick a winner. I mean, they both really kind of did their thing.
This is in
at the St. Augustine parade.
Oh wow, St. Pete.
What I said, St. Augustine?
St.
Pete. What the hell is St. Augustine? Oh, that's in like New Orleans. Oops.
No, I think that's in Florida too.
That boy Mark is out there playing, boy. This is a completely different. Why don't y'all use them blue drums? I see everybody got their jackets zipped up this time, though. Okay, everybody standing the same.
Are they still called Platinum Forte?
Yeah. But this ain't the old Platinum Forte I used to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all playing, but just, I want to hear that. that cruel intentions, boy.
Let's see what Fort Valley did real quick. Shout out to Albany. Always love when.
If I ain't go to Cookman, and my second choice, Alabama State, didn't go through, I would have been at Albany.
Oh, wow. Not I.
Back then, I would have been at Fort Valley. It was called Death Squad back then. My mom would have never let me go to no school with a Death Squad. Them clear kick bass drum heads back then, they doing it. Ugh. So this is the reason why I say I really wouldn't pick no winner. It's the material on both ends really wasn't hectic heavy.
Yeah.
Basses and tenors play a groove. Quints give them a melody and snares.
Good groove.
Yeah,
it's like a groove battle, or what they call them, a bump battle,
a bump session.
Bump session. Yeah, that's what it is.
So I really wouldn't be able to pick a winner off of that, because to me, nobody was really playing anything aggressively good. And when somebody did play something good, the other person played something good. So it was a good exchange. And coming from Fort Valley and Albany State, we appreciate it. Keep it up.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's the clip. Remember that.
Right. But yeah, man, we're gonna go into the fifth quarter segment. And for those of y'all that don't know, the fifth quarter segment is when we pick a drumline clip or a drum clip or a band clip, whether from the past weekend, past band event, or a throwback clip, and then we play it on the podcast. And so for me, I got a clip from Norfolk. We talk about Norfolk on the Jump podcast a lot. I got a clip from when they prepared their blocks for Cookman in 2012.
The Midnight Story?
Yeah, following the Midnight Story from 2011. In 2012, they prepared like 6 blocks for us because they thought that we was about to come back with a vengeance in 2012 for what they did to us in 2011. And we were prepared also.
I'm about to say, yeah.
We were prepared. That's when we first came out with Twisted and all the other. We were prepared.
Twisted. You remember we had something went into
Chipotle.
Twisted.
We had like.
Oh my gosh! What?
We had material as well. Trust me.
It was some transition we did where it was something going into the last part of Twisted, and it was like, blank, 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 blank. Oh my gosh, man, that would have been a massacre in Municipal.
Bruh, if we would have, that jump would have been insane, bro. Cookman Impact versus MDFS. Come on now.
Oh,
but anyway,
I don't know if you remember this, but that day, like that year, the year in 2011, we went to Norfolk, but the next year they came to us.
Yeah.
You remember we was on the side of the stadium, and we was all in the power pack and everything
Oh,
about to go on the field.
yeah.
And I don't know who stopped. I think Wells stopped us.
Mm-hmm.
Or was with it. Or it was
Or
right
was
there.
with it,
I'm
for sure.
talking about. I don't know
Was
if y'all
in power
know
pack,
Ori
ready
like
to
that,
do
but
it,
that's the time. Y'all don't know what's going on. Ready to go, boy. But yeah, we got stopped.
Yeah, it was gonna be crazy, man. But shout out to Norfolk. And this particular block of theirs is actually called Cookman Block. Like they was ready to play this against us, but never got to happen.
Oh,
But this is one of my favorite blocks from them from that year, though. Yeah, exactly. And the tallest guy, shout out to my guy AJ. He ended up being the section leader at the same time I became head section leader in 2015.
Oh, I forgot about AJ. Oh,
And yeah, so we also had our Cookman versus Norfolk battles during our time. But yeah, here we go. Norfolk playing Cookman Block.
Oh, the white drum back in the day.
Sticking so far.
Look at it right here, everybody. Oh no, what I would have did? Oh my god,
Bro, I was a freshman at Cookman. Like, what?
if I ever see a line do this to me,
And then get the grooving,
what I'd ever do, boy.
bro. I might have to leave. Yeah, they just Norfolk you to death.
Oh, hold on, let's see one of them things. I'm feeling that.
16s. They go back to the groove.
I say this a lot, man, but it's not fair. What? Just, I'm talking about in the pocket the whole time.
They better get funky.
Dang, whole line. Or 260s? Oh, that might be an old shirt.
Right. Now I think that was this particular beat they've been doing since the 80s.
I think everything they play have been doing since the 80s.
Yeah.
Even the Cookman block, they probably just changed the name of it.
They go back to the groove, bro.
The snare sound amazing.
Yeah. Shout out to Norfolk, man.
No, for sure. Norfolk is definitely done, and doing their thing. So my fifth quarter segment, before I get into this, I just want to give a big disclaimer. After our competition that we did in at the South Florida Fair down here, I was talking with some of my people about it, and I figured out some history. So the cadence that Lakes and them played is a cadence that's written, from what I was told, is written by Aaron Fields, who was a former percussion instructor, was a former section leader at Cookman, and then he was former percussion instructor at MLK. So I believe he wrote it when he was at MLK. So they sent me a video of them playing it. I said, "Oh wow, that's crazy." So I'm not gonna play that video because I didn't want it to look like probably like I love you all to death. I didn't want it to look like I was like, "Oh yeah, trying to dig nobody down in the dirt." So it was like, all right, but I wanted to talk about it because we were talking about Atlanta. We was talking about all the good schools, so on and so forth, and it reminded me of this viral battle that got 4 million views, by the way. And it just so happens that the first cadence they play is that same cadence. So I just wanted to give that disclaimer. I think it's a great cadence still. Lakes is very much known for playing other people's cadences better than them. And that's colleges too. I won't never step on those toes. So just I didn't want nobody to sit there and try to whoop me after showing this video because they did play it. So yeah, with that being said, my fifth quarter is this very viral battle from 4 years ago, Southwest DeKalb versus MLK High School. I don't even know what this event was, but that did be great. But it was just the drumline. They had a whole hour drumline. Yeah, see, when I figured out that they played it and they played it too, I was like, oh, I'm disappointed. Yeah. I thought that was a Lakes thing. But I mean, it is what it is. I feel like I recognize one of them.
Yeah, I know, buddy. He's over the Atlanta Falcons drumline.
What about the light-skinned dude next to him?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Man.
I feel like I've seen him before. Hey, are y'all selling them drums?
Right. That's an old school MLK drum, but that's some drums I used to be scared of when I was in high school.
Oh, what? And this is the rest of the original cadence. Lakes doesn't play this, which is good. They put their own spin on it. Was Aaron still over them during this time?
Yeah, I think during this time, yeah.
Is that Zell right there?
Mm-hmm.
Out here being legendary. Yeah, that's him. And they already got a Nexus backpack. Nexus wasn't created.
Hey, Jordan in this clip? I think this Jordan, man. Rest in peace, my guy Jordan. He used to play on the Hawks drumline, too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
You 5 on it?
Well, yeah, I was just about to ask that. That was the intro to 5 on it? Oh, there might be 5 on it. Y'all selling them drums? I'm just playing.
Yeah, I think this they practice drum now.
Oh, yeah, you definitely sell. Oh. That bit rolled right to him, too. No, we see you kicking.
We see you.
Look at him talking. Look at him talking. Get the stick, boy.
Yeah, the guy in the white shirt, he went to suck on the stick.
Oh, really?
Who gave him the stick? Okay, yeah. This
typical Southwest DeKalb.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot this your fifth quarter. I'm about to play.
Yeah, boy, yeah, you tripping. I'm only playing the first 2 battles. This is an hour. Where'd the stick go? Ugh, that subtle wave. Ugh, Ugh. The cheerleaders are going crazy.
Hey, shout out to my guy. He played for the Drumline Live now.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm. He be playing with Jose.
Come on, man. I'd be mad. I'm going to start throwing for A&T, y'all.
Right, bud. Think of that. I really forgot that job.
Oh, it's the cadence y'all played at
Yeah, the Hawks, yeah.
I think it's almost over. If it ain't over in the next 20 seconds, then it's alright.
Hawks, and then we say Hawks after that.
Oh, really? Yeah, you know, I remember y'all doing that. You know one thing I remember y'all did at the Hawks drumline that I always wanted to steal? Y'all did this one thing where y'all was like this. And y'all did,
oh yeah. We got that from Drumline 2, the movie. Like, it's a movie. I mean, it's a cadence they played in Drumline 2 that I think Zell wrote, and he wrote for that movie, and we played.
I told y'all, he the percussion instructor of the world, man.
Yeah.
But y'all, that's my fifth quarter. I wanted to give a shout out to the top if not the top 2 schools in Atlanta. That was way back in the day, almost 5 years ago. Probably is 5 years ago now.
Yeah.
But for sure they did their thing at that little battle or whatever it is. And yeah, man, music was alive back then in Atlanta and still is.
Yeah, it still is, man. Man, hey, Atlanta is on top, man. Atlanta is running this drum joint, man.
I don't know about that. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even try to start another segment, but I'll put Florida over Atlanta.
You know, I'm from Atlanta. I'm gonna rep out Atlanta all day. So after seeing,
I'm from Georgia, and I still put I put Florida over Georgia. Let's talk about states. But if we want to talk about cities,
I got man. Atlanta running.
I'll probably put I don't know, Broward. Broward County got so many people. Well, no. Okay, so what's Atlanta? Like, what's all them little counties in Atlanta?
I mean, that really don't matter.
What the reason I'm saying that is because I don't want to say, I'll put West Palm Beach over Atlanta.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about Atlanta, you might talk about MLK. Where's MLK?
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like you should say South Florida then.
Okay, yeah. So
pretty much South Florida. Yeah.
Oh, would that be South Florida over Atlanta? I stand by it. I'm from Georgia too, and I advocate for that. My kids, Dillard, Piper, Miramar, Lakes, me, my kids, myself, my kids when they sleepy, all that. I put them over Atlanta and put that on money. I don't care what nobody says.
All right. Yeah, we need to find
I'll be up there.
out.
Hey, anybody in here going to destination? We can test the words.
Destination HBCU, we gonna see. We thank y'all for tuning into another episode, man. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, if you're not following the Drum Lounge pod page, what are you doing? Please subscribe. Please follow the page. Please support. And for those of the loungers that are already supporting, already engaging with us, we appreciate it. We got so much more content coming on in the future, so please stay tuned.
Before you do it, you just reminded me that. Look at it. You remember this? It reminded me of what you just said.
You're sitting on the couch, you're watching TV. Your life's passing you by. You keep procrastinating over and over. Well, maybe I'll go to school next year, or maybe next semester. No, do it right now.
Like, no, do it.
Yeah, subscribe right now.
Whatever you need, they out to help you. You spend all day on the phone anyhow.
He did an update video of this too.
You're gonna walk out mad.
Complicated. It's easy.
You're gonna walk out mad at hell.
That nigga was just annoyed. And then he did an update video from like last year. He was like, "Oh, good, you did something with yourself. You did some shit with yourself."
Oh, he did?
I was like, "Oh shit."
Oh, I gotta find that. What?
And he was like, "Oh, good, you did something with your life. Okay, great."
Oh, I gotta find him. Anyway, he said,
but yeah.
What are you waiting on? There you go. All right.
What you waiting on, man? But before we leave, if you practice today, good job. Here's a cookie. But go practice still, because go practice. If you planned on practicing today, but you just didn't get to it, why wait for something that you can do right now? Please go practice right now. Go practice.
You're sitting at home watching TV.
But if you didn't practice today, you didn't pick up any sticks, you didn't review no music, you didn't listen to no drumming content other than our lovely podcast here, I got 3 words for you.
Here we go.
You are trash.
Be safe, everybody.
All right, y'all.